Partnered by Times Influence.
A gala evening to celebrate excellence in the gadget segment. The maiden edition of the Times of India Gadgets Now Awards, presented by Servify, was recently held in the National Capital Region with an ambitious aim to celebrate and honour the best gadgets released in India in the past 1 year.
When you do something like this, which is completely unbiased, I think it only brings enthusiasm in the people to really build great products. In fact, we are also introducing a new category on after-sales service, which was never the case earlier. So I hope this will actually build a new trend in terms of building great product, but also building great service capabilities, and ultimately at the end of it, focusing on consumer. So I'm very, very proud to be part of this initiative.
The Times of India Gadgets Now Awards aims to honour gadgets that offer the right functionalities to the Indian consumer. The event was flagged off by a welcome speech by Gautam Sinha, CEO of Times Internet.
Good evening and a very warm welcome to all of you. Gadgets Now was started in 2015 by Times Internet Limited, and we all love gadgets. We love gadgets for its design, we love gadgets for its form factor, we love gadgets for its utility, we love gadgets for its, more than anything, the bragging rights that comes with it. Today, this is the first and maiden awards that we have for you to recognize all the hard work that has gone behind creating all these gadgets that all of you have been working on. The process, as was outlined, we have in total about 25 awards. 12 of them have both jury and popular awards, and one of them has just popular awards. The process has been fairly rigorous, and in the popular category, we have more than 1 million votes that has come in to choose the awards that we bring in front of you today. I really take a great of pleasure in welcoming you today in having this first and participate in the first and maiden Gadgets Now Awards. Looking forward to have a great evening with you. And the first panel will start quickly for us. It's a very interesting debate. And I'll leave you with one thought. When the phones had wires, we used to be free. With that thought, I leave the panel to come in and share their wisdom on what has technology done to all of us. Again, welcome to all of you, and we hope this is a very short and sweet event for you, and you will appreciate that. Thank you.
Moving right along, it is my pleasure to introduce the man who made these awards happen. Please welcome Mr. Srivatsa Prabhakar, founder and CEO of Servify.
I think we all understand what's the importance of gadgets in our lives, but imagine a moment when those gadgets don't work, especially in a connected world, and that's what we feel after sales is all about. So the whole premise with which we brought or we built Servify is to bring every single ecosystem player in the ecosystem, whether it is a call center, service center, parts supplier, logistics, payments, all under one unified ecosystem so that the customer experience is not compromised and delivered seamlessly. There is predictability, there is efficiency, but at the same time, consumer really gets what he deserves. So that's about Servify. I welcome all of you here once again. And this year, I think this is the first time we also have a unique award, which is on after-sales service, which is also probably one of the most ignored functions in most businesses. If I ask you who's the CEO of, let's say, Apple or a OnePlus or a Samsung, you will all tell me like this. But if I ask you who's the head of service, I don't think you will even know that. So this is what we are trying to bring importance for, because those are the people who are actually working behind the scenes to make those gadgets work when they really need to work, or you need to fix when they really need to be fixed. So welcome once again. Thank you, Times Group, for making us part of this very, very ambitious first inaugural award ceremony. And welcome once again. I hope you all will enjoy this event. Thank you so much.
The Times of India Gadgets Now Awards also organized a thought-provoking panel discussion where an array of industry leaders and experts came together and discussed on the topic, do we drive tech or is tech driving us?
What we are going to talk about today, about how technology is impacting us, our behavioral patterns, our interaction with fellow human beings, and what we can do about it. How much of it is good, how much of it is bad. I'll expect the panelists to make their opening statements about whether they believe they are driving technology, as in humans are driving technology, or technology is driving us.
Better that technology doesn't drive us too much, but I think the reality is technology has its own positives and negatives. It enables a lot of things. It brings transparency. It helps us, get better in life. But I think also the other side, it can be misused. You can see various examples, including probably influencing elections to some of the social outcome. But I think if it is used well, right, and that's how, in my view, it's evolution of every technology, right from having unlimited permission to granular permission, if you see on the Android ecosystem, for example, that's how probably society evolves and regulation or required controls come in place. So hopefully technology as of today still drives us largely, especially in our day-to-day lives. But I hope it's not too much that we lose complete control of ourselves.
All right, we'll get to the 20 years in just a bit. Sir.
I guess from a travel point of view, I think we would say that we are driving the technology. And I'll tell you the reason for that. As a consumer, most of the consumer wanted instant information rather than, waiting for next day till, information at the fingertip. Second thing is they're also looking for a seamless experience. When you're trying to book something, you want to get one person who's going to book your car, hotel, accommodation, all the multiple travel products. The third thing is also personalized experience. And the fourth thing that we see is transparency. So in the olden days, when you used to call up a travel agent, he quoted you a fare. You never knew whether that fare was the right fare or is he overcharging you. Right here, being online and technology driven, at least you can validate that, okay, what the amount I'm being quoted is the right amount that everyone else is charging.
Ma'am?
So I would say as a mental health person, technology is driving us. And especially when I see a lot of infants, children and adolescents, along with the adults, I see a lot of problems because of technology and how we're unable to actually create some regulation for ourselves and also inability to take the right kind of decisions and thus create more mental health issues with us which start interfering on our daily life.
So specifically for the younger kids, for the adolescents, they're already being driven by technology.
Yes,
it's a
they're
fact
already.
that we have to start accepting.
Yes.
And do something about it.
We definitely need to do something about it. Like we were discussing, how do we parent the parent?
Yeah, I think there is actually two important thoughts that come to my mind when I hear that question. Number one is that technology is like an amplifier. It's amplifying everything. It's amplifying learning. It's amplifying distraction. It's amplifying our desire to get things done. It's amplifying our desire to be lazy. It's just amplifying the good in us and the bad in us. And there is that's where there is the sad part, because it is actually amplifying the bad in us as well. But I also think at some point there is so much amplification of the good in us that is still needed that we have to find that balance.
Hand on your heart, what is it amplifying more, good or bad? Social media.
Social media, yeah, so that brings me to the second point, which is us is being split into two. Those who are driving technology and those who are getting driven by technology. There's a small class of people, and I think sometimes we feel like we are in that class, that sits and drives technology, and for them, the rest of the world is data. So we are looking at these analytics sheets and everyone else's data. And then there's the other side who's getting driven by technology.
Are you seeing zeros and ones here in front of you right now?
Right now, I'm seeing a lot of very pretty faces. But yes, when I see on a screen, the same set of people actually look like data. And so therefore, there are two us. One part that is driving technology, and the one part of the human race is driving technology, and then there is the rest of us who are getting driven.
Okay, fair enough. Sir?
So as part of a company that creates technology, I strongly believe that people are creating tools for other people. How those tools get used is something that we should in some cases be concerned about, because there are some over usages of social media platforms or video games, which is impacting children's lives in our homes. But I believe that we are driving technology, we are creating tools to make people's lives better. In some cases, we need to be regulating how the technology is getting used and maybe have, regulation or some sort of a self-moderation scenarios at home.
When you say regulation, I get very scared.
No, not government regulation, but I'm saying controlling people, controlling sort of children at home who are using technology, because that's, I think, the biggest concern that most of the panelists have, that people are, the children and the family members and everybody you talk to is always, looking at their phones or looking at screens as opposed to being, social humans.
Right.
So I still believe that we are driving technology, we are driving tools for other people's advantages, benefits, but in some scenarios, we see overusage, which needs to be moderated.
Okay. This fascinating technology and this whole technological revolution that we are seeing unfold in front of us has some pretty serious issues. They are not as big as the positives, but if we don't take care of them, I think they might just gobble us up in the future. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you.
Gadgets Now itself is such a reputed portal for the industry, and it's been such a credible source of information for us in the industry. I think having an awards with Gadgets Now is, I think, probably a fantastic initiative by Times of India, by the Times of India Group.
After much deliberation and fruitful takeaways from the panel discussion, it was now time for celebrating excellence in the gadgets that we all love. 2 awards were given for each category. One was for the Jury Awards and the other was for People's Choice Awards. The first category was Television of the Year. In the Jury's Choice Award, the winner was TCL IF Falcon 75-inch Ultra HD 4K LED Smart TV. In the People's Choice segment of the same category of Television of the Year, the award was bagged by Samsung Q7 F6.5. The next category was Audio Device of the Year Headphones, and the Jury's Choice Award under this category was given to Jabra Elite 65T. For the People's Choice Award under the category of Audio Device of the Year Headphones, the award was claimed by Samsung Gear Icon X. The next award was for the category of Audio Device of the Year Speakers, and Amazon Echo was the unanimous choice of the jury. The People's Choice Award under the category of Audio Device of the Year Speakers was taken by JBL Boombox. Next in line at the Times of India Gadgets Now Awards 2019 was the category Value for Money Smartphone of the Year, and the jury's choice under this category was Xiaomi Poco F1. The next winner under the same category of Value for Money Smartphone of the Year, the honor for the People's Choice Award was given to Nokia 6.1 Plus. In the category Jury's Choice Smart Wearable of the Year, the award was given to Xiaomi Mi Band 3. The next winner for the People's Choice Smart Wearable of the Year was Fitbit Versa. Next in line was the jury's choice Gaming Device of the Year, and the winner was Asus ROG. For the People's Choice Award under the category of Gaming Device of the Year, the award was bagged by Asus ROG Zephyrus. In the Innovative Smartphone of the Year category, the Jury's Choice Award was given to Huawei Mate 20 Pro. For the People's Choice Award for the same category, the award was given to Samsung Galaxy A9 2018. The Tablet of the Year was the next category, and the jury's choice was Apple iPad Pro. The People's Choice Award for the Tablet of the Year was given to Microsoft Surface Go. The next category was for Laptop of the Year, and the award for the jury's choice was bagged by Apple MacBook Air. For the People's Choice Award in the category of Laptop of the Year, the award was bagged by HP Spectre X360. In the Best After-Sales Service for Smart Gadgets, the winner who walked the fame at the Times of India Gadgets Now Awards 2019 was none other than OnePlus. The next award was for the category of Jury's Choice Budget Smartphone of the Year, and the proud winner of this category was Xiaomi Redmi Note 5 Pro. The next winner under the same category of Budget Smartphone of the Year was Honor 8C, which bagged the People's Choice Award.
It's been really great, and before that I want to congratulate the entire Gadgets Now team for putting up such a rocking show. And I think the two set of award, which is the jury and the popular choice, that's a very unique way of taking it forward.
In the Camera Smartphone of the Year, the Jury's Choice Award was given to Google Pixel 3 XL. The People's Choice winner of the category Camera Smartphone of the Year was claimed by Huawei Mate 20 Pro. The final set of awards was for the category of Smartphone of the Year, and the undisputed choice of the honorable jury members was Samsung Galaxy Note 9.
I'd really like to thank our viewers, consumers for voting us in 4 categories and the jury as well. So 3 categories for popular and 1 for the jury: Smartphone of the Year, Innovative Smartphone of the Year, Television of the Year, as well as the Audio Device of the Year. So really thrilled to receive these prizes and these awards from our consumers and from the Times of India Gadgets Now.
The winner for the People's Choice Award under the category Smartphone of the Year was bagged by Google Pixel 3 XL. Finally, the curtain drew on the Times of India Gadgets Now Awards. The first step of this reward extravaganza has set a benchmark of excellence in the domain of gadgets and left a solid footprint for the rest of all to follow.
Partnered by Times Influence.